What a game. What a game that was. First takeaway for tonight's game, guys, is those missed three-pointers. We were 8 of 37 from 3 today. This has been the case like all season long. We've been taking three-pointers. We've been missing them. You know, we're a high-volume shooting team, and those three-pointers we're taking, they're good shots, a lot of them. We're just not making them. We move the ball well when we need to. You know, we've been so good on defense. I've been so impressed with us on defense. We're protecting the paint with the dribble drive. Whenever there's someone's doing dribble penetration, we're protecting the paint there. We're closing out on shooters really well. We're just menacing. Everything that we're doing right now is great defensively. We are third in steals in the league right now, second in offensive rebounding. And this is the reason why these second chance points, these offensive rebounds, this is the reason why we're one of the top offensive teams in the league since the new year, like top 5. So the thing is that we have it in us, but we gotta make shots. Now today we struck first. We outscored, so Freddie VanVleet and Pascal Siakam outscored Devin Booker in the first quarter. Like so, Siakam and VanVleet combined for 16 points and 5 assists, and Devin Booker and CP3 in the first quarter, 5 points combined. So that was tremendous work by our backcourt and part of our front court for keeping those two in check. And we all know how this game ended up. In case you haven't watched it, CP3 and Devin Booker back-to-back buckets in the clutch to close this one out against us. It came right down to the wire, and it was a great effort. It was a great game. This leads me to my second takeaway: free throws. We missed 10 free throws in this game, guys. 10. Unacceptable, because not only are we missing threes, but we're missing free throws. Had we had 10 free throws, we would have won this game by 7 points. Technically. That's 10 more points on the board. Whatever it is, if it's nerves or if it's just practicing other elements of the game and not putting as much work in the free throws are free buckets, almost. You gotta earn a lot of them, but a lot of the times in this NBA, when you get those are just gifts. You gotta hit your free throws, guys. We don't have horrible free throw shooters on our team. Except Precious Achiuwa, maybe. Kem Birch is alright too. He made both his free throws in the crunch. Yeah, he did. So that was really good to see that in the crunch, we were going toe-to-toe with one of the best in the league. What does that show us? It shows us that our team is in the right trajectory to become one of the powerhouses as we all envision that they can be in the East. And perhaps in the league a year from now. Or if we make the right trades even in the deadline. Because Nick Nurse, with his coaching and our training staff and our roster, the age of our roster, the competitiveness, Masai Ujiri at the helm, Bobby Webster, things can happen that could shock a lot of people. Just like us shocking the league by winning a championship a couple of years ago. So let's make those free throws. That's takeaway number 2, guys. Super important. Had we made those free throws in this game, boom, we won. Super important. Third takeaway from this game, Chris Boucher, man. Came off the bench for 13 points, 16 boards, 3 blocks. He was block Québécois tonight. That's what we needed. We've been waiting for this, Chris. Now more and more of these nights are showing up like they were frequently last year when you were a candidate for MIP. Dude, whatever it is you're eating now, however it is you're training now, keep doing it, man. Because that's the Chris Boucher that I picked for my fantasy team that I expected. Please. Keep it up. You're doing really well, Chris. One of the main highlights today, Chris, was so good. Not just on the offensive board. He had 9 offensive rebounds today. 9. The guy's a beast. And if we just give him that motivation and that encouragement, I think it really drives him. When he gets the minutes, even when he struggles, he'll make the most. If you notice, that's the thing with him. It's inconsistency. He'll have one bad game, then he'll go off. Or two bad games, then he'll go off. Or a whole bad week, and then he'll go off for a few games. It's just consistency. And now, we're starting to mention his name more and more in the positive end of the takeaway. You know, on a night-to-night basis. So good job, Chris. Very happy for you right now, man. That one block that you made on that you had on CP3 in crunch time, that was a three-pointer that he was taking, and you blocked it. Came out of nowhere. That hustle, that is the Chris Boucher that I know, and that we all know as Raptors Nation. So keep it up, bro. That's what it is. Chris Boucher, your takeaway number 3, man. Takeaway number 4, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. These boys went to work today, man. You know, Fred Van All-Star, he had a cool 20 points, you know, but it wasn't his like how he's been sizzling these last couple of weeks. That wasn't what we saw tonight, and that's okay. You can't expect it every single night. But Pascal, man, 22 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. He's been flirting with triple-double like numbers for the last God knows how long, since a little bit before the new year started, since this whole rampage of his started. He's been so good on both ends of the floor. He silenced his critics so much. I don't hear much Pascal Siakam, you know, slander anymore, which is fantastic. I made a take on Pascal Siakam as well. If y'all want to take a look at it, I'll put it up here for y'all. Or if you don't get it up here, since this will be posted on BBZ, then y'all can just check it out on my channel, Jurassics. But anyways, the main point is Pascal Siakam, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, as I said. You know, he's like Draymond 2.0 right now, right? Like with better, you know, we all know that Pascal has a much higher offensive ceiling than Draymond does. So the fact that he's two-way like this, and he's still young, and he's only played the game for so many years, and he's not super freaky athletic to the point where you're worried for the longevity of his career, that he might injure himself with the way he plays. A la, you know, example, Blake Griffin, you know, or Dwight Howard, right? This dude is playing, he has some fundamentals to him. He works with the footwork, you know, he's learning the game, and he's trying to learn the fundamentals and trying to just make that second nature. Now he's reading situations much better. He doesn't force shots up as much. I'm loving what I'm seeing from P-Skills right now, man. Great job from P-Skills. OG Anunoby also, two-way phenom, proving his all-star capabilities. Like I said, he's either going to make it this year or he'll make it next year. He's a shoo-in next year. I'm telling you. Because he's going to take some offensive strides, as he already has been showing. Because he's shooting off the dribble. He's shooting shots that he never would have shot before. He's taking mans off the dribble, going into the lane, finding mans. His playmaking also has gotten much better. He's always been a hound defensively, guarding some of the best. You know, I don't have to state the obvious, but we already know OG's the man, the real OG. You know, so we gotta really be proud right now with what we're seeing from our team. You know, they're 6-1 in the last 7. That's all right. You know, we've catapulted ourselves to the playoff conversation now. In the matter of what? Just a couple weeks. So imagine what we can do with a month, 2 months, 3 months. Because it looks like now we're finally starting to, you know, string real performances together. Despite what the narrative may be about who we're facing and, you know, what condition their team's in, it's the NBA, you're winning games. We could have very well lost some of those games and people would have said the same opposite thing. People are going to say what they're going to say, man. At the end of the day, are we going to play to what we know we're capable of? Are we going to do that? So, super proud once again of the effort from our boys. And I'm just going to say finally, guys, it's just kind of like a bonus takeaway. Had we had GTJ, and Scottie Barnes in this game, we would have won this game. I know I kind of mentioned this in the beginning, but with those two key cogs and and combined with the effort that we put in, there's no team in the league that we wouldn't be able to beat. This is a clear indication of that. For us to go toe-to-toe with this team, they had problems, man. Imagine if Scottie's a hound. If he was there, GTJ, clutch shooter, great defender this year, top in steals in the league. Phoenix could very well have lost this game. So I can't wait to face more competition. We got the Bulls soon. You know, we got Miami. We got some good teams that we're going to be facing this month. So I'm looking forward to those because these are going to be the real litmus test for our young players and our team as a whole. I'm pretty sure Scottie's probably going to be back next game. And if he's not, then the game after that, because he's not sitting out for long. Hopefully GTJ is going to be all right as well. And we'll have our healthy roster, knocking on wood for this, intact so that we can make a real run and, and really show these people at Vegas that 37 wins is not what this team is all about. This team already has 20 wins right now. And I think the sky is the limit. I think this team can surprise a lot of people. I'm not going to throw crazy numbers out there. I'm not going to throw crazy predictions out there because that's not how the game works. As we've seen, injuries can happen at any time. I'm not wishing that on our team, but things can happen. But if all the chips fall in the right places, this team can compete with anybody in this league. Not just the East, in this league already. So just imagine what's going to happen in a year or two. Or when we tinker our roster and finally get that center we've been needing. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. Raptors lost this one. Feel more like this was a win, guys. Don't feel bad about this one. This was a win because we're in the right trajectory, and that shows it. These are the litmus tests that show us where we're at. And if we're just 3 points, if we're just a 3-point loss going toe-to-toe without two of our best players against the Phoenix Suns, or one of the top teams in the whole league, something's got to give. Got to be happy about it. Have a good one, y'all. This is Ali from Jurassics and Basketball Zone. Peace.